Hi, this is MrByZ, and I'm back with another video. It's been a little while. I've been pretty busy just doing things at home, doing stuff at work, and building a jobless palace, which at some point I'll get to show you. With all the time that's transpired since my last video, there's a lot to do all of a sudden. I just got my 6-inch General Grievous, which is what I'm going to do today, but there's a whole bunch more reviews coming up probably in the next 2 weeks. I'll talk about those at the end. So here is General Grievous. He just arrived yesterday. I figured let's go ahead and take a look at him. So the first thing I want to point out is that the numbering on the box is D1. I'm assuming Deluxe 1, considering this is supposed to be the first Deluxe figure that we get in the line. Now for General Grievous, I personally like him just kind of in two-armed mode, hunched over, like you see him at the beginning of the movie. So that's probably what I'll go with on him. Looking at the cape here, we've got the cape latches around here. It's not snap or Velcro or anything. If you want to pull it off, you have to pull it up over his head, like so. And we do have the pockets for the lightsabers inside, but there's no symbol on the back of the cape as we've seen in the 3 3/4 stuff. It's a little disappointing there. The figure himself has very good details on him. You can see he's well dirtied up. His eyes look very good. I've put together the Bandai model kit of him, and you had to paint on a lot of these details, so it looks like Hasbro did a very good job on this. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think they use face scan technology for his eyes or not? It's hard to say. Maybe just the eyes. I mean, obviously they did it for Phasma with the piece of the mask was removed. Now, his articulation in this mode, move this a little bit. When we move the arms, it can be, you have to make sure everything's lined up. Here, I'll do it so you can see it. To move at the elbow and all that, because you got the two arms together. Other than that, all the other articulation is there, although mine has a small artifact here. If you can see it there. It's got a little piece sticking off of there. I'm gonna just try pulling it off, see what happens. It's scary, because, oh, came right off, okay, good. So it's just an artifact. Now, to separate the arms, they just pull out, and there are 2 points where they connect together to bring them back together. First, you can see the peg on the hand there, and you can kind of see the groove in the arm. There's a little matching piece, if you will. It blends into the figure. Oh, wait, sorry, that's not the groove. Sorry. Right there, you can see this little piece that sticks out there. That is to connect into the groove in the other side, which you can see there. So you can keep the arms together. And so that articulation seems very good as far as the shoulder joints and everything. Sorry, my phone really is not liking me today. It keeps going out of focus there. So you can do the whole four-armed thing and everything, all that you want. Got the double-jointed knee articulation. The foot articulation is pretty good. The nice thing here is, so you've got a swivel there, and I'm guessing a ball joint. It's hard to tell. It moves a little bit back and forth here in the foot too, to be able to do that. Nice thing here is these claws. Those of you who collect 3 3/4 inch know the claws on the other one would make a lot of, especially the Clone Wars ones, not want to stand up because they were very thin and they wouldn't hold him up very well. I've had a few Grievouses glued in place. Now, it doesn't look like there's any guts inside. Let's see here. Just, yeah. So nothing there to pull apart. Since we have his cape off, we can look at his back here. Not much detail's been put on the back. I'm thinking assume you're going to show him from the front or with the cape on, so they didn't put a lot of extra paint on the back. He does come with his blaster and 4 lightsabers. And those 4 lightsabers here, you can see. I've kind of always wondered if Hasbro just took older lightsabers from other figures. It doesn't look like it. Closest one is this one, kind of looks like Mace Windu's lightsaber. Some of these kind of look, but it looks like they've sculpted new lightsabers for the most part, so that's pretty nice. Let me go ahead and put them in hands and see how he holds them with all 4 arms. So I think this is the first Grievous to hold his lightsabers the best. The hands are very tight, and they seem to be a very firm plastic to hold the lightsabers in place, which is great, because if you've been collecting Grievous's for a while, like you go back to even like the 12-inch Grievous from 2005, that one holds the lightsabers horribly. I have rubber bands in them, and they still bend down and everything. This looks like if you wanted to display them with all 4 lightsabers out, it would work really well and look nice. So that's pretty cool to see. I like that we get that. You can see that you can spread them out pretty well. This may be the best looking Grievous for holding all 4 lightsabers out. In the past, with 3 3/4 inch figures and everything, I've never been really happy with the ones I've done, having all 4 arms out. I just never thought it looked right. This looks good. This looks very right. So that's really good to see. So here's the height difference. You can see with Cody and Grievous. Grievous stands about a head taller than Cody here. So that's pretty nice to have there. I wasn't sure how much taller Grievous was going to be than a regular 6-inch figure. He's got a pretty good height on him, so that's good. I wasn't quite sure if it's totally accurate. I don't know Grievous that well, but they seem to have gotten it pretty good. A couple more things. Here's what it looks like if you want to put lightsabers in the cape. They fit right in there, no problem. Pop the blades off. Also noticing that the cape is actually made up, I mean it makes sense, but it's 2 pieces, but you can actually split them apart here on the bottom. I don't know if anybody else's has a seam or anything that runs along the bottom, but not on this one. Lastly, I noticed the head articulation. So it has the standard ball joint up in the head, but it also has a second joint down inside. If you've built that Grievous model kit, you know what a pain in the butt that head is to put in there, so I don't want to move it too much just because I'm tired of the head falling out of my Bandai model kit, but that looks pretty good right there. So in grading for Grievous here, there's a lot of great stuff. It looks great. The articulation is spot on for what we need. Really good detail. I like the cape for the most part, but I'll come back to that in a minute. It holds the lightsabers so well. The paint apps are great. The accessories are great. The sculpt is great. Overall, really good figure. There's 2 minor things. The cape I just feel could have been a little bit better, though. The way it comes around and latches in the front of him, it doesn't quite sit on him the way it does in the movie. I know it's hard to do in 6 inches it is, and all that. It just felt like it could have been a little bit better. Plus, it doesn't have the insignia on the back, and no hem in the bottom, which I find weird, but maybe it just does that to look better. I'm not sure, or it sits better that way or something. I'm glad it has the spots for lightsabers at least. And of course, this is only available online. You can't just go by the store. But if you're like me, you've been buying almost everything online anymore, it seems. So you rarely find things in the store, or it's just easier to get them online. So it's not that big of a deal in many ways. But just because of the little cape thing and the purchasing online, I'd say an overall grade of 93%, which is still very good. Strongly recommend if you want to get this figure, go out and get it. It's definitely worthwhile. So I hope you enjoyed this look at General Grievous. Definitely worth picking up. In the future, you're going to see some cool videos. Obviously, the big one is the barge, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of barge videos out there, but I feel I should do my review as well, and hopefully by the time I get it set up, you'll get to see how I'm setting it up as well with the diorama stuff I'm putting around it. If you've been following on Galaxy of Toys or Toy Run, you've seen some of the stuff I've been doing for Jabba's Palace and the Sarlacc pit with the skiffs and everything. Anyway, there's also, I finally have all the Resistance figures. This next week, I'm going to have all the latest wave of the Black Series figures finally, so I'll be able to get reviews done of those. And then I've got some ideas for some retrospectives coming up on a couple things. And one of these days, I'll get back to that TIE Interceptor retrospective. That really got pushed back because I lost one of the videos I had, and the TIE Fighters are all hung, and so I really have to make the space to get TIE Fighter down and redo the review on it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Join me again for future reviews. I said I got a bunch coming up. You can subscribe right here. And if you subscribe there, you get to always get to see the videos I put out right away. Not everything I advertise on Facebook. I've got some, if you go back through the stuff, I've got some great video tours of like Gus Lopez's collection, and our buddy Jason Luttrell from Galaxy Toys, I got his collection in there as well. I never advertise those, really. I just kind of put them up. So if you want to go back and look at them, you certainly can. There's some pretty cool stuff to check out. Anyway, I'll be back again probably really soon. My barge is supposed to come on Monday, and I'm finishing this up on Saturday. So I will be looking to get that barge video done on Monday so I can get it out right away. That'll be awesome. So thank you so much for watching.